Welcome back into Evening Plus. Thanks so much for joining us. We so appreciate you. We have a really unique couple of interview guests here tonight talking about a really interesting collaboration happening with a doctor who's all the way here in Michigan from Ghana, and then also one of our local doctors at Mary Free Bed, which is, of course, one of our major hospital systems in the area. So I'm joined here in studio by Dr. Una Sinsky. She's from Mary Free Bed, and then also Dr. Abena Tannor. Ladies, thank you so much for being here. This is such a unique experience and opportunity. Dr. Tannor, you are here all the way from Ghana. We so appreciate you visiting us here in Michigan and Mary Free Bed. And Dr. Sinsky, that's where you are. You guys are sort of doing this collaboration of work to see, you know, Dr. Tannor, what you may be able to bring back to Ghana, what you may be able to take away from what we do at Mary Free Bed. I don't want to take all the gusto out of the conversation. It's just such a unique thing. Dr. Tannor, being here, you know, in Michigan, what has this experience been like for you?
It's been pretty much amazing. Starting or trying to build rehab in Ghana, PMNR, which is physical medicine and rehabilitation, because being the first and only one in Ghana and trying to build a specialty and learning how it is being provided, the services being provided here in Michigan through Mary Free Bed. It's been really interesting learning from all the physicians here, the therapists, the services they have. I've really learned a lot and taking a lot back home because we really want to develop it in Ghana and also be able to hopefully look into setting up and building the first inpatient rehab hospital in Ghana.
Wow, wow. Well, we so appreciate you coming to, you know, see what we're doing here in Michigan of all places. Dr. Sinsky, for you to have, you know, your place of work and obviously one of our major hospital systems highlighted and chosen in this way by Dr. Tannor, what has this been like on your end of things?
I mean, she brings tremendous amount of positive energy to us, truly. And it's not like every day you get to go and walk into the hospital and be with a rock star who's just like building the whole rehab in the entire country, and not even just her own country, but she's building it in many other countries through the WHO as well. So she's just been an absolute pleasure to be right next to her, and I feel like I'm just getting all these positive energies just by being next to her, and I see it in the entire hospital too. We walk the hallway, everybody's saying hello, everybody's so inspired by her amazing work.
Oh my goodness, and I know we have some photos of your experience so far, Dr. Tannor, also some photos from your time, you know, working in Ghana as well. I know something you're really passionate about is, you know, providing a really equitable experience for people in Ghana. Obviously, as many can understand, it's a very different circumstance than what many patients here in America see. Talk to me a little bit about that. I know that's really your passion project in a lot of ways.
Yeah. So basically, let me just paint us. When you have a child who is born with a disability, being sort of left by a river to die or abandoned to die because there's no hope, because the belief that there isn't any future for this child, you don't have a choice but to try to give people hope and some form of freedom, just like how Mary Free Bed is looking into providing. And also for the adults, when someone is being discharged from the hospital, the acute setting, with, for example, a stroke, and not having access to inpatient rehab, having to go home, becoming in courts a burden on the family because they don't actually know what to do, and they are frustrated and all. It really pushes you to try to do something for the people.
Absolutely, absolutely. And correct me if I'm wrong, this is sort of the first time of this sort of collaboration happening. Is that right,
Yes.
Dr. Sinsky?
We've known each other for about a decade, but this is the
Wow.
first time we're actually able to collaborate together like this.
I know this is such a monumental experience for you both. Before we wrap up here in just a moment, you know, where would you like to see this kind of coming together and partnership go in the future? You know, we're really worlds away from Ghana here in Michigan, but at the same time, you have this relationship and this partnership and this shared passion. What would you like to see this, you know, move forward to?
So we're looking into, like, in the very near future, starting early next year, where we would have a collaboration where we would have some of the doctors and therapists from Mary Free Bed come to Ghana to also learn from our system how we're able to provide rehab using low resources, to also have some of our rehab personnel coming over here to also learn, also to collaborate in research in terms of looking at the data from Ghana, from Mary Freebird, and also comparing to see what are the similarities, what are the differences, and also looking into partnering such that if we are able in the near future to be able to set up an inpatient rehab hospital in Ghana, then it becomes a place where people can visit from Mary Freebird, come spend some time. We would also be collaborating, seeing patients together. So that's what we're looking into.
Oh, ladies, thank you so much for coming here, talking about this. Congratulations to you both for the incredible work that you're both doing. Dr. Tannor, thank you for visiting us here in Michigan. We are going to take a quick